Hi all, welcome to this session on GitHub. What is GitHub? GitHub is a cloud-based code hosting platform for developers, where developers can share their code, view other source codes, evaluate each other's works, learn from it, download it, make changes to it, etc. Why do we need GitHub? The most important feature that GitHub provides is team collaboration. It helps multiple people to work simultaneously on a single project where each person edits his or her own files and chooses when to share the changes with the rest of the team. As we can share each other's codes on GitHub, it is one of the best learning platforms for developers. GitHub is an open source platform that is publicly accessible. Anyone can see, modify, and distribute the code. Therefore, it has a great community support. And also, it provides secure cloud storage. Without any further delay, let's learn how to use GitHub. Go to the website github.com. So, this is how it looks like. If you are new to GitHub, enter your credentials and sign up. As I already have an account, I am signing in. This is the main page of my account. First of all, we must know what a repository is. Take a look at this. These are my project folders. All the files and folders related to a particular project lie inside it. A repository in GitHub is similar to a project folder here. It is basically a storage space for our project files. It contains all the files and folders related to our project, let it be text files, images, videos, anything our project needs. We can create repositories in GitHub and add our project files here. All the repositories will be displayed here on the left side column. Currently, I don't have any repository. Using the search bar, we can search for certain projects, profiles, etc. I'm searching for JavaScript. You can see a lot of results. In order to download a project, click on it. Click on code. You can download the zip file, extract it and use it, or open it with GitHub desktop. It's the desktop version of GitHub, or download it through the GitHub git command line by using this URL. This is the URL of this GitHub repository. You will learn it later. Now go back to the main page. Using Explore, we can see the trending repositories and activities. It helps us to know what's going on and connect with developers all around the world. This bell icon is used to display notifications. Using this plus icon, we can create a new repository. Click on the profile icon. We can log out here and view a profile here. Edit your profile, add all the details, and you can also view the contributions that you have been making here on GitHub. It's time to create our first repository. You can use this create repository button or this plus icon. Description, which is optional. We have to choose public or private. In public, anyone on the internet can see this repository. You can choose who can commit. Commit means making changes to your project files. And private, you can choose who can see and commit to this repository. I'm choosing public here. Next, you have to initialize the repository with three options. A README file. So a README file is a file which gives information about your project. As a good developer, always give an overview what your project is all about. I'm unticking git ignore and license as I don't need it now. Git ignore ignores a set of files when user is trying to push, which means to add files to GitHub repo. When a user is trying to add files, git ignore ignores a set of files. And license is required for your project to be truly open source. I'm unticking both of them and ticking README file. Now we have successfully created our first repo. You can either create and edit your project files here, or you can upload them if you already created them. In order to upload, click on add file, upload files. Open your project folder, select all the files and folders and drag and drop them here. Wait till they get uploaded. Click on commit changes. You can also add files by choosing them. You can choose only files but not folders. If you have made any changes to your files in your system and want to update it here, then simply upload it here. Your old one with the same name gets replaced by the new one. Suppose you have made changes to index.html file locally in your system, upload the same file here by adding add file, upload files, then the old index.html file gets replaced by the new file you are uploading. If changes have been made to almost all or many files, drag and drop all of them here, all will get replaced. You can view the commit history here. Commit means changes that have been made to your files. You can see what all changes have been made from the creation of repo till now. The latest commit will be displayed here, and this is the commit ID. Every commit has a unique commit ID. You can also create files here itself. Click on create new file. Name your file. Write your code here and click on commit new file. You can delete a file by selecting it and clicking this delete icon. You can make changes to it here itself by clicking this edit icon. Make changes to it and click on commit changes. To create a directory, click on add file, create new file, give the folder name or the directory name and give a slash and give the file name here and type the code and click on commit new file. To delete a directory, click on it and delete directory. As we have covered the basics of GitHub, it's time to know what Git is. Git is a tool installed in our system using which you can push your project files to a GitHub repository and also update the repo with the changes that you have made to the files locally in your system. To install Git, go to gitscm.com and download the latest version. Complete the installation. And open Git CMD. As I have already said, we will be using it to push our project files to GitHub repo and update them. This is done using certain commands which are entered here in the command line. This is my project folder. It contains all the files and folders related to my project. We are going to push or add all these files and folders to a GitHub repo using Git command line tool. First of all, create a GitHub repo. Do not initialize it with the README file or any other option. README can be created later after pushing. To perform any action on a particular folder, you must first be inside it. To go to your project folder, type cd space your project folder's path. Copy it. Next type git init. This creates a local GitHub repo in our project folder called .git, which is a hidden folder. Next we must add all our project files and folders into it. Type git add dot. The format is git add file name. Here dot indicates all the files and folders. Next type git commit -m and your commit message. I am giving first commit. Now you have to specify where all these files and folders are to be added. That is, you have to give your GitHub repo URL here. Copy your repo URL. Type git remote add origin URL. Here origin is the name given to our GitHub repo URL. So if you want to use the URL later, we can use origin instead of it. Now it's time to push git push origin master. You have to select an authentication method. I'm selecting web browser. If you are using it for the first time, you will be asked to authenticate. Go to command line, reload the page. Now you can add a readme file, commit new file.